professor classifies Chinese professor as white ATR records to justify denying him a promotion. Oh god, where this word's gonna end, guys? Oh my god, man. Misclassification of race 60 on its official faculty permission to hire form. Dr. Wang was recorded in SMU's HREEO records as white despite self-identifying as Chinese/East Asian. On information and belief, Dr. Wang did not supply or approve that entry, and the misclassification remained uncorrected until at least April 2022. This misclassification was not a typographical error. Example, clicking the wrong box for race as white was typed into the form, and Dr. Wang's surname, Wang, and multiple face-to-face meetings made this ethnicity obvious. By misclassifying Dr. Wang as white, the department effectively created false records that removed the recognition of his minority status from official records. Because of course, right guys, we all know that nowadays, be a minority is a superpower because you can be easily above the law. Of course, because that thing is from past now where everyone was equal, you know? Now we have different types of human beings. Depends of which type you are more important. So of course, like a white woman will be always less important than a black woman, you know? It will always be less important. And a black woman will be always less important than a black woman feminist. You know? And a black woman feminist will be always less important than a black woman feminist lesbian. Oh my god, I'm giving just examples, but in the last, you created a hierarchy of minorities. So, I wonder, and you guys are wondering, but we all probably know the answer already. Where is the white man in all of this hierarchy, huh? Where do you think that Mr. Wang was placed for not being considered Asian, huh? Instead, he's already a man, so now instead of being classified as a minority Asian, he was classified as the evil of all society, a white man. Wow, the reason of the destruction of everything that is good, you know? Yeah, the patriarchy. Yes, he was classified as patriarchy and lost all his powers, you know? So yeah, that wasn't good. So he's making sure that everyone knows that he has powers because he's Asian. Oh my god, man. Oh my god, that's real crazy. That's real crazy, man. Oh, Jesus Christ. But of course, one needs to remember that none of these powers are valid if you are a Republican. You don't need to even to be a Republican at all. You just need to not be a Democrat. If you're not a Democrat, you already lose automatically all of these powers. All of these powers are already lost if you're not a Democrat, yeah. All these powers are revocated. But I don't know how to call this that happened with Mr. Wang, because of course, like, he didn't ask it to be treated different in society. He's just like, I don't know Mr. Wang, okay? I don't know who he is, I don't know how he acts, I don't know if he's Democrat, Republican, whatever the fuck he is. What I know is that he knows that people are being treated different for how they are perceived, like if they are black, if they are white, their gender, you know, and stuff like that. So of course, if he's Asian, he's trying to take advantage of it because it's how the words became, you know? The word just became like that, so he's using the tools that he has, you know? And of course, he's unsatisfied that he was classified as a white man because he lost privilege. He lost, like, what he lost, by the way? An Indian professor classifies Chinese professor as white ATR records to justify denying he promotion. Exactly. He lost a promotion. A promotion for be white. A white man, yeah. And of course, like, you have people like this doing that. An Indian professor, you know, not because he's Indian, it's not all India, but it's always like, it's not every Indian, but always an Indian, you know the thing, yeah. But I mean, it's exclude the fact that he's an Indian here. But probably, this professor doesn't like Mr. Wang and what he did, because people are separated in caste. I don't know how to say this. I would say caste, but I remember that caste means I think caskets types. I would say people are now separated by races and types, you know, and things like that. And because like this Indian professor that for some reason the name wasn't here. After all, like Mr. Wang's name is here, but where is the name of the Indian professor? Huh? What is the name of the Indian professor? Wasn't the name of the Indian professor was typed here if the mistake, the quote-unquote mistake was his? You know, why his name not here? But what I'm trying to say with all of these guys, and that's the main point here in this story, is like they created many types of people, and of course, like the more bullshit you create, the more corruption you create, the more people abuse laws you create. And that's why I say the more laws you create, the more power you give to the establishment, to the government, you know, the more freedom you lose, you know, the more divided society becomes, the more the Asiatification of the words goes. And this is a perfect example to remind us all of that, yeah. Oh, don't remind me of my lip sync. Oh my god, don't remind me. Don't remind me. I'm so pissed off already with my lip sync today. It's so terrible. I don't know what's going on, but I will not lose time fixing it now. Don't remind me that, Frosty. Damn. I don't know what to do with this, okay? I will try something. Later. I don't know what's going on. Link to my original report. Fox would be like, yeah. Like, it just needs a restart. Oh, I'm not restarting that. Come on, not doing that. After setting everything up and starting, I will not just fix the entire thing, you know, just because of the mouth movement. But it's being really annoying, indeed. It's indeed really annoying to see. Like, sometimes it's just see that my mouth is stopped, like, and I look at the screen while I'm talking, you know, that's really crazy. Oh god. Let me see if I can. I will try some very, like, fast fixing for it, but I don't think I will get it. A link to my original reporting. I would like to know more. There is more here? Oh, it's a website? Interesting. But if it's paid, I don't want it. I don't want it. Do any of you guys know if it is paid or not? Chris Brunet. I don't know. His name Chris Brunet. I don't know. Exclusive Chinese American professor sues Southern Methodist University over discrimination and retaliation by Indian professors. The accounting department granted tenure to 100% of Indian origin candidates, while denying tenure to 100% of non-Indian candidates. No media outlet has noticed this lawsuit yet. They didn't notice it, or did they want to? You know, they didn't want to? I don't know. Fueled by Dr. Xin Wang, an assistant professor of accounting and at SMU's Cox School of Business. And more links here. No, we are tired of links already. Discover more from Chris Burnett. Oh, no, thank you. In the United States District Court for the Northern District of Texas, Dallas Division. Xin Wang, plaintiff, blah blah blah. I don't understand this stuff. Plaintiff, original complainant, jury demand to the honorable judge, blah 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 blah. Wang's undergraduate degree is from undergrad degree is from Duke, and here the master's degree from any new. I read new, okay. And South Florida, and a PhD from Cornell. It's Red Cornell. I don't know. His lawsuit is 18 pages long. 18 pages. It begins on page 1 by asserting that SMU has a systemic problem with race, discrimination, and retaliation that violates the Civil Rights Act, and then spends the next 17 pages building the arguments. Wow. So I think, guys, we only need the first page, right? Right? Yeah, I mean, come on. This is not a Google Docy. This is not a Google Docy live stream, you know? Yeah. Nature of this action. Southern Methodist University SMU has a systemic problem with race discrimination and retaliation. This suit seeks to enforce the Civil Rights Act of 1866 to hold SMU accountable and deter it from further discrimination and retaliation. This suit includes a request for injunctive relief. I reached out to SMU for a comment, but did not receive a response, clearing the bar for tenure. At its core, this case is simple. Xin Wang was denied tenure in 2024. In April 2025, Wang filed a complaint to the president appealing the tenure decision and claiming discrimination. And in May 2025, the president denied the appeal. SMU's own standards are not ambiguous. The Cox School's promotion and tenure manual sets a clear benchmark, at least for top-tier publications. Cox School of Business Promotion and Tenure Manual states that the productivity standard for tenure is at least 4 top-tier. Okay, it just proves. Once Wang obliterated that standard, this was not a borderline case. SMU is a respectable but not elite institution, ranked as 8th nationally, and its tenure bar is clearly defined. I mean, of course it is. Of course, like by doing stuff like classifying people who work there or study there by their types of skin and sexual preferences. I wonder why is the number 8, right? But yeah, and its tenure bar is clearly defined by those standards. Wang's record is exceptional, far from a marginal candidate. His output more closely resembles that of a full professor at a significantly higher ranked school. Of course, guys, of course. We see from leaflet, right? So it's the Asian buff. It's the Asian buff acting here, you know. It's the Asian buff. He's buff. He has a lot of IQ buff because he's Asian, so that's why he ranks like way above of he actually is. Yeah, it's the Asian buff. By the time of his tenure reveal, he had published 10 articles in top-tier journals. Example: Journal of Financial Economics, a Journal of Accounting Economics, Journal of Accounting Research, the Accounting Review in Management Science, more than double the output of any other faculty members in the department at the time of their tenure decision. His publications garnered 2,000 citations, exceeding the citation count of all 3 professors with the tenure in the accounting department. Okay, like, oh god, like, what? Why they don't simplify? I know he wants to prove and show data and show like that everything that he say he has proof of what he say and everything is right, but I think like he's delaying a lot of stuff, like just make too much long, like unnecessarily long information. Why host? What the fuck, man? Where I was? I'm sorry, guys. Nevertheless, SMU denied him tenure due to bad fit. He repeatedly said that he needed more citations and more visibility between 2023 and 2024 annual reviews. Dr. Wang was called a bad fit at least 13 times by his chair and Dean SMU's associate provost. Dr. Page were aware, acknowledges in the lawsuit that one of the cautionary alarm bells for anyone who is looking at DAI in the word fit, that elusive word fit that spits in the face of data. One of the cautionary alarm bells for anyone who is looking at DAI is the word fit, yeah. The bad fit contrast becomes sharper when Wang's case is compared to his colleague Saurabh Tomar, Indian. At the time of his third-year review, Tomar had 0 publications, yet received a positive mid-career evaluation. Of course he did, yeah. If you're Indian or Somali, Somali, I don't know. If you're from these 2 countries, yeah, of course, like you be automatically promoted in everything. Wow, amazing! Like, of course, like in DAI companies, of course, DAI, like, stuff like that. And why I'm not surprised? Why no one is surprised anymore with this stuff, right? At the time of this 30-year review, Toma had 0 publications, yet received a positive mid-career evaluation from the department chair, Indian. No concerns about fit were raised. I wonder why. Even though his work, like Wang's, involved, because, guys, we all know, like, that there's, like, minorities that are more important than the others, right? I was just talking about that. And the Indian ones, wow, if you're Indian, if you're from India, like you place a lot like above like the other like Asians like Japanese, Chinese, Korean, yeah, you can bet that, yeah. I wonder why. Like Wang's evolved behavioral research using experimental methods and collaboration with the same co-authors. On its faculty permissions to hire form, SMU recorded Dr. Wang as white in its HER and EEO records, erasing his self-identified minority. Self-identified minority status. That just sounds so fucking ridiculous. Oh my god. Self-identified minority status and treating him as a white man so that they may more easily discriminate against him. Oh my god. Misclassification of race. On its official faculty permission to hire testimony from this is just like what he's saying around here, so yeah. A testimony from 4 SMU professors. Testimony from the lawsuit. It's called the progressive stack. Yeah. Yes, Liz. Professor Robin Pinkley, Janet A. Craig, Duchosois, and Don Professor of Management and Organization. SMU, a 35-year veteran of courts who has served on numerous PNT? What is PNT, guys? Let me know. Committees. Wrote to Dean Myers that the department reliance on fit is self-serving and does not stand up when compared to the empirical evidence provided by top-tier publications, citation counts, and invitations to speak at Harvard, London Business School, Kellogg, Berkeley, and Carnegie Mellon. Professor Pinkley concluded that C. Wang's case was not treated in an unbiased manner consistent with the PNT document and our commitment to equity, and one that the current leadership partner of bias should not be tolerated. Wow, should not be tolerated. Professor Pab Jyoti Kat. Oh my god, that's so. Why does name sound so difficult? Jyoti Kashtira full professor of finance, SMU member, Provost Advisory Committee on Tenure and Promotion, compared Dr. Wang's record with the two India professors most recent tenure in accounting. Professor Jyoti Kashitira found that Dr. Wang is very significantly more productive than Gauri Bhatt, and has a comparable record to Neil Bhattacharya, who is 10 years his senior, and all the Asian buff, adding that any reasonable person would deem Sin's citation count as more than sufficient for tenure. Okay, you guys may be wondering like, oh, but aren't Indians Asian too, Mizuki? So don't they have the buff too? Come on, guys. We know that the buff is too much more stronger. Like it's like the buff only exists in fact like all South Koreans, Japanese, and not all Chinese, but some Chinese. Yeah. No, okay. I would say Chinese, but there are some reservations to that part. Okay, there are some reservations. But almost all. Yeah, almost all. The generalization is for a reason. The buff only applies to East Asians and some Southeast Asians. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you simplify. The white adjacent the buff. Oh yeah. In that case, that actor is the buff. Yeah, he's not Indian enough to be there. It seems. Very significantly more productive than Gauri Bhatt. Okay, I read these weird names already. Adding that any reasonable person would deem C's citation count as more than sufficient for tenure. Professor Jyoti Kashitira dismissed the department's quality and fit objections as personal taste and absurd. Notes that the career success of 10 top-tier publications cannot be due to luck, given the less than 10% acceptance rates in those journals. Okay. I think it's pretty much clear already. Hemang Desai. It's incredible, like, is this really United States? Because if it is, we have a problem. Where are the American people inside these institutions? Everyone is Indian. What the fuck, man? What the fuck? Everything is Indian. Down. Delicious, I am sorry. I'm so sad. Cake is broke for me and I cannot sub to anyone besides the few sub I have going. I cannot have the emotes. Oh. They'll be fired and buried. Yeah, don't surprise me. They're all being like with very good excuses, like being placed out, so you put more Indians and Somalis inside these institutions. And feminist women, of course. That are like 65% of women again, yeah. So yeah, I mean, look at this, man. Like, we already know exactly what's going on here. I want to hire the most qualified candidate. I want to hire my own people. Yeah, this is. I mean, this image answered everything already that we were discussing here. In one single image, I want to hire the most qualified candidate. Oh, they're thinking. And this guy is. I want to hire my own people. So, you know, and this is very sad, and this also proves like how all companies will fall for this. All companies will fall for not because of this, but because of this. Because all of the others have the mentality of hiring the most qualified person. They will sooner or later they will end up like hiring one of these that have this kind of thoughts, but that is actually very qualified. But this person will start to hire people that is not qualified, but it's just like the same, you know, the same minority or bullshit like that. Then, you know, And then you have like slowly the company fulfilled by people like them, and these like getting older and and leaving the company, and be substituted for more and more of this. So all the companies will be work-fied in no time, because there is plenty of people like him out there. Plenty of them. And some of them, we gotta admit that some of them are very skilled, and when they reach positions in power, they don't hire qualified candidates, they hire more people of his skin type or nationality or religion or whatever bullshit it is, whatever DI fits his type, yeah. Oh yeah, the image continues, it's exactly like I'm saying. And now like the guy hired one more like him, because he's here to hire another person that is like him. So maybe he joined because he was qualified, but now that he's here, he will put people there that it's not qualified, but it's just like him. And now they are two, it's already half of them. And now because they are two already, it's way more easy to qualify another just because of their type. And now they will just hire for their own people, and yeah, it's over. It's over. Yeah, it's over. It's exactly like, oh my god, very well explained. Very nice, yeah. Damn, that's really terrible. Let me drink some water, guys. Zimbabwe Maxi. Zimbabwe Maxi, yeah. That's true, celebrations, that's true. That's true. You can always tell when Mizuki drinks, yeah. What the fuck, man? What's going on with my fucking, gosh, with my fucking mouth movement? Sometimes I just become weird. Come up north if you want to see the invasion. Yeah, I know the situation in your country is not good, Blaze. Hope you stay well there. I'm trying to figure it out more stuff here too, because I don't know what happened, guys. I don't know, the mouth movements are just weird, and I don't know what's going on. I'm changing stuff here to see if it gets better. But I have no clue, like I have no clue how it's became like this. Before we go any further, I want to take this brief moment here to thank all of you, my patrons, for the incredible support to my work here on YouTube, and especially my 5-tailed fox tier member, the Holy Ball, and all of my 3-tailed fox tier members, Wolony Wolf, Fanny Sylvie, Hit Himself, Zalost, Eustace the Useful, Zelazazaya, Mr. NER Eden, Max Tenor, Nugutino, Avery, TBCI, and TV8. Thank you very much. You guys are amazing. Also, thanks to everyone that have been supporting me on Ko-Fi, Kick, and to all of my YouTube members. You can support this channel live and grow with just $5 a month and gain access to many perks. This is less than a burrito. Check out my Patreon. Link is in the description below. And that's it for today, my dear Fox Links. See you guys in the next one. Bye bye.